If you do not like and subscribe, then perhaps she will.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I recently was thinking about video ideas, of course, and I came up with an idea that I think can really almost save Star Wars. Now, maybe that's a little dramatic, but I was just thinking about what I want as a Star Wars fan from Disney, and what I kind of think can revive Star Wars in a way that may just help us forget about the mistakes that Disney has made, specifically with Luke's character. I think a Clone Wars style Luke show about his Jedi Order can seriously fix a lot of the problems that we have with Disney and how they treated Luke's character, especially in The Last Jedi. They tried to fix his character when he was a Force ghost in The Rise of Skywalker, and as well as in The Mandalorian, just seeing him actually act like, the way that Luke would actually act. But I think this seeing a Clone Wars style Luke show could help us really understand more of how maybe his character could end up that way. Now, it would be difficult, but I think it could be possible. You see him create the Order, train everyone, then Kylo Ren / Ben Solo at the time kills everyone. Now, I think you can almost explain more about what happens to Luke and his mindset and how it changes, and maybe the reason why he's secluded on the island is much more reasonable than was given in The Last Jedi, and I think you can almost build story around that to explain that better. Now, do I think that this should have happened in the first place? No, but at this point, I just think that this is what you have to do to fix the mistakes that you did. And I think just right after Return of the Jedi could be season 1, and then it can go and progress and progress and progress until Ben Solo's fall, and that could honestly have so much character development in Luke's character, and just seeing him actually act as a Jedi, and obviously the explanation of how Luke pulled his lightsaber out and tried to kill Ben Solo when he was sleeping. I don't think that's actually what happened. I think that's what Rian Johnson tried to portray, but I don't think that's the actual story. So I think we could, see a better version of that as well, and kind of how it could have looked like that. So I just thought it was interesting and trying to think about how can we fix Luke's character now, but also not even trying to necessarily fix his character, but providing more reasons that are plausible from how his character can be from Return of the Jedi Luke, where he's just so hopeful and when nobody else believed in him, brought back Darth Vader from the dark side back into Anakin Skywalker. And when nobody else thought of that, nobody else thought that was an option, but Luke made it an option, and he believed in hope, basically. And so I think that you can have things that happen to Luke's character over the years through teachings. Maybe he gets infected by some sort of Force dyad thing. You could go really lore heavy to try to explain this, and I think that would just be a really interesting show. And I think it should be in the Clone Wars style, because that's just the style that a lot of us really enjoy over the years. And it's just very nostalgic is the right word. It's really nostalgic. And just seeing that in the same style as the Clone Wars, that would just be incredible. I think the first season needs to be Luke finding younglings that maybe are slaves or have a horrible life, and almost rescuing them, not necessarily kidnapping Force-sensitive children like the previous Jedi did. I think that Luke's character is much better than that, and he wouldn't be kidnapping Force-sensitive children. He would actually, be moral and ethical. So, yeah, that's what I think the first season should be: him finding them, training them. It's a very young Jedi Order, and at the same time, Luke's learning a lot of things from old Jedi texts and all that stuff. And obviously, Ben Solo is born shortly after, as well. And obviously we can get a lot of character development on that side of things too, and kind of seeing the dynamic that Luke and young Ben Solo had. And I think similar to George Lucas's plans for what his sequel trilogy would have been, Darth Maul could have played a big part in this, and the Hutts, and basically have a power struggle between them trying to come into power and fill the void that the Empire took up, and Luke trying to stop that while trying to obviously train all these new Jedi with the help of the Force ghosts that are around him that can kind of guide him as well. And by the end of season 1, there can be like this massive battle between Maul and Maul's apprentice and his army almost, and versus Luke's new Jedi Order. And I think maybe he could lose one of his younglings or something in that battle, and that really kind of sets him off. And it's kind of like the first step into Luke kind of getting more angry while still being Luke Skywalker. And you can kind of start feeding it in as the seasons go by. And I think that'd be really interesting. And I think it would be boring if he was just hopeful Luke forever in his entire life. You know, I feel like humans are more complex than that. And yeah, Luke should be a hopeful person, but at the same time, how much torment can happen to one person and it not affect them? So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video or agree with me or have any alternate storylines that you guys would do for this show, let me know in the comments below, or what you think of my ideas in general. If you love them, if you hate them, that's all good. Just leave a comment below. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed, smash a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.